We need to start right now, 2020, about a year before the first vaccine is realistically available, with a huge public education effort to combat disinformation. Between now and then, we have to be very honest because we're in trials with these vaccines.
We can and will develop a vaccine. The question mark is, how effective will that vaccine be? And more importantly and more worryingly, who will get that vaccine? And will that distribution be fair and equitable?
Even if essentially there's enough for almost everybody at some point, how do you convince people to get the shots? Do you force them? Because the biggest problem, the biggest psychological and political problem of this, once we have a vaccine, will be the anti-vax movement or the distrust or the conspiracy theories, to put it in the, I think, the more realistic way, that will actually prevent a large portion of Americans and people in many, many other countries from volunteering to get the shots. And that actually defeats the purpose, because you need about 3 and 4 people in a population to get the shots to build herd immunity and stop the virus.
Believing that magically we will get a perfect vaccine that everyone will have access to is also not realistic.
I believe there are 3 issues. One is the international political environment, because this is a pandemic, this is a global effort. Do we treat it the way we treated smallpox 40 years ago, where we essentially were in this together? Or do we treat it as a my nation first, Germany first, America first, China first problem? And then the second problem is within each country, how do we essentially agree on a triage? And the third problem is the anti-vax movement, and how do we persuade people to get the shots? Because I'm telling you, not enough people will. When we know scientifically that a vaccine is safe and effective, then we have to explain that so widely. It has to be like basically the biggest public education push ever.